All right. Here goes nothing. We're going to attempt to fly over top of New York City. We'll see what ends up happening with this. I'm not quite sure. I haven't even tested it. This is technically the test flight. I'm going to just see if I can even make it work, if it's going to happen. Let's start the flight. Just figuring I'd probably, fly over the top of all the different cities and everything that we all know and love. Um, It is middle of the night as I'm trying to record this for sure. So let's actually, can I do it from this menu? It's really trying to load. Okay, so we're
Roger,
gonna try
Robinson
and
558.
fly over New York. We're gonna try and use a helicopter here. Why is it shaking so much? Hold on. I can free cam this. I know I can. Free cam that. There we go. All right, so let's look at the Barclays Center. It is middle of the night right now, and I'm trying to record this. Super cool that we can actually see it all lit up and everything. So I pretty much I'm flying a drone around the Barclays Center. It's not quite. So I actually have detailing set up to ultra, and it is basically just taking the pictures of stuff. I mean, we can actually go down all the way down the street side. Best Buy right across the street right there. But yeah, this is kind of the quality that you're looking at. Barclay Center. I mean, at least it's getting some photography, rendering in there and all that. I think the next evolution of this should really be street side photos and whatnot, like the Bing Maps when it's like street side and it takes the because I mean this is I mean look at this. I'm pretty sure the buildings don't exactly look like this, uh, flattened out and destroyed like this. It's not a war zone, So yeah, I mean welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim. So Barclay Center. Um, yep, this is. I still feel like this game, well, this simulator is really meant only to be looked at from this far up. So many events I've seen happen through the Barclay Center. It's very cool and all that. Can I just fly? Wait, can I just fly? How far out can I go before it stops me? It's gonna stop me, right? There's no way it's gonna let me like. Do I have a way of speed boosting? Oh, I can just do a drone shot and fly over New York City. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. Brooklyn Bridge right here. Hell yes. Uh, again, I'm pretty sure Brooklyn Bridge is a little more lit up than this. I don't know why cars are flying over top of the bridge, but that's a thing. Um, so Barclay Center. Barclay is like in the middle of residential area, as you can see. I turned up the frame rate since the last video that I made. What's this? This might be cooler than even flying a helicopter around. Just trying to check out. Oh, things are so low res rendered. Once we get into New York City, I'm pretty sure that's all handcrafted rendered. However you want to say it. So yeah, Barclay Center over here. At least it's at least it gets some of the texturing right. And welcome to part of New York here. A second. So we have Governor's Island. There is NYC. So a lot of that should be very high res rendered because I'm pretty sure New York City is handcrafted. Let's fly down to like Governor's Island over here. Is it really not going to render? All the trees and everything. Man, this is not rendering too well at all. I'm not quite sure what that is right there. Yeah, so this was a, I do believe, a fort. I'm not quite sure the history on it, but that's about as much as I know. I'm pretty sure this was a fort over here that I think, or maybe I might be totally, I'm probably totally off on that. Governor's Island, though. I'm not gonna go into history. Let's see here. What else can we find? I can only go slow. I can't go fast. I'm hitting all the buttons to go fast. There's no button to go faster. You go fast. So we have Statue of Liberty over here. Ellis Island, which is the prison. So let's check out Statue of Liberty. This should be very handcrafted over here because it was in 2024. Yeah, so this is what it looks like when it's actually handcrafted. You actually get way more detail. Very, very cool seeing Statue of Liberty here. All right. Again, the game or the simulator is way more meant for you to just like fly over the city. So when you try and do like a drone shot like this, it tends to be a little bit, yeah, you know, you know. But I do kind of like the speed of this in the sense of maybe just one notch quicker. Yes, Ellis Islands. The this is the prison of Ellis Island. Basically, you don't escape off from this. It's funny that there's cars. It's funny that there's cars over here, but essentially they do live on the island. Interesting. Interesting to see this. So, of course, we need to. Yeah, so that's Jersey City. So that's actually one thing I don't know. So I guess this is Jersey over here, and then it's New York across the river is New York, right? I'm pretty sure it's something like that because New York, New Jersey kind of gets squished all into one. Oh man, it's not going to render New York too well, is it? How do we have the render of New York? Is it interesting that so I haven't done anything. This is just stock flying through New York right now. Basically just Spider-Maning it through. Very just load it up and see what happens. And yeah, it's weird that it's rendering like this. You would think it would be rendering way more high res on everything because again, I do have like buildings are on ultra, and you would think that this would all be handcrafted. So you know, basically, Flight Sim 2024. It's it's only doing so much. I think the bread and butter of this simulation, New York City Police Station. I do like that you do have kind of the the monuments area. Well, not monuments. The like helipads and everything to be able to show. That's funny. New York. It's right next to the all the housing over here is police station. I will say the building structures are correct. It's getting that much, but that's also because you have the aerial map and everything. Yeah, so all the helipads are here. Welcome to New York is just this is if that's the city of New York, essentially like the business part of New York, we're there, then this is the residential area of New York City. And of course we run to our first one of the first billboards over here, it looks like. Definitely a billboard. It's interesting seeing the snapshot of everything too, of what they're showing off. A watch. I love it. I love it. It reminds me so much of GTA. It's great. Oh, and we almost, yeah, World Trade Center. One World Trade Center. And of course, the Twin Towers over here. The 9/11 Memorial. Again, not much to look at for rendering wise of what the buildings actually look like. It's more it's rendering it like apocalyptic looking. It does have the detailing though. I mean, it's it's trying to render the detailing. I think the reason why we're seeing a lot of this, if we zoom in, yeah, it's like the light shining off from the building and all that. All right, so let's just fly up through. Yeah, it's a little, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disappointing seeing that we don't have higher quality of all of this, which makes me kind of iffy on running around the globe checking out all the different areas and cities and whatnot. That's a freaking pool on the top of a building, isn't it? It's gotta be, it's either a pool or a tennis. Well, that's that. Wait, that's a pool. There's people in the pool. It's a freaking pool on top of a building. You better believe it. Oh, yep. And there's all the pools. Some countries can have soccer fields on top of their buildings, and we can have that. Okay, yes, Flatiron building. The Daily Bugle over here. Very cool to see. Very cool to see. The reason why this happened is because it's one of the only buildings in the world that is a triangle or a flat iron, if you will. It was all because of the road that leads basically right down the center. I've watched a video on this. It leads right down the center of New York, and because of the way that I think it was something to do with like the hills that were in uneven land and such, and I'm pretty sure and that it split because there was a hill in the middle of it or something. I watched a video a while ago on it. Okay, don't quote me on anything. So let's see. It's been a while since I've seen all that. Oh yeah, and then this is like pure gold, I do believe, on the top, or it looks gold, and then at the top it's pure gold or something. There's a lot of history to New York. To NYC, Madison Square Garden. We gotta fly over the garden. We gotta fly over the garden. You better believe it. All roads lead to the garden. Not the original garden, but it's definitely it holds its own. It's funny. I was just watching Twitch streamers walking around over here. For like all this New Year's Eve stuff and everything in New York. But literally, just like yesterday, I was seeing Street Side from this. This definitely does not look anything like. This is like a toy model scale of what it looks like to be Street Side of New York. Also, funny enough. Yeah, it's like if well, I mean, normally you'd be probably about this height walking through. Maybe maybe a little bit taller than that. Maybe this height. I don't know. Yeah. I like Escalade. Fridays. Yep. It's definitely weird after I just seen an IRL stream. I was gonna go down there. Anyways. Yeah. So again, this is always the test for flight sim. is you know, you fly around New York and you see how it looks. If there's a way of making it, I don't think there's a way of making this better. So what you would need essentially is the actual like so okay, so you have something like MetLife over here, the MetLife building. Um, what you need is a camera shot of the building, like somebody flies in a helicopter, flies up to here and snaps a 4K to 8K picture and throws that into the game. That's what we really need with this. But we need that all around the world for all these different cities, and that's just something I don't think you can actually do, um, which is unfortunate. You know, you're getting a lot of H&M. I'm curious too, because you would think the satellite imagery would be, you know, from this angle here. Does it look better if we fly upwards? If we're just flying over the city? Not really. And again, I got detailing up as far up as it'll go. So even if I was to crank any other setting up, it would still look like this. It almost was looking really good for a second. If you squint, it looks all right. Yeah. Again, this just makes me wonder if I really care to go through all the other cities in the world and whatnot. I think Spider-Man makes this look way better. uh, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate just to see, like, we waited 4 years to have something so much more upgraded, and the career mode is actually kind of fun. I have been having a little bit of fun on the career mode of just like building up the profile and getting more XP, and but on the career mode it's like you are using one plane and one plane only, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, anyways, this is New York City in Flight Sim 2024. Maybe there's a way you can scan the city more, scan, you know, the area of the map more and get more details on everything. But in all honesty, I think it should just do that to begin with manually if it's able to do that. I haven't really practiced, played around with any settings like that. So I just think it should just do it. It's been 4 years now, going on 5 years, that this version of Flight Sim has been out, and basically this is the same version of Flight Sim as what the 40th anniversary, what they're calling now the 40th anniversary, the 2020 version of the game was, or the sim was. So yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's interesting just to see that. It definitely, I think this loads quicker, but there's no actual upgrade to the detailing on anything. Yeah, anyways, so that might do it. I don't I'll probably do a few more videos on maybe career mode, but I think I might be wrapping up Flight Sim for now, or just like, you know, maybe if they come out with like some major updates in the future. I am running this out from Game Pass. I will say that, and I'm trying to find a reason to keep Game Pass going. Flight Sim is not really a major reason to keep it going. I already have Flight Sim 2020, and I feel like this is a lot of the same stuff outside of career mode and all that stuff, of course. And you know, there's a lot of, you know, like flying a plane from point A to point B is pretty cool, but yeah, just the map quality overall. I want to see some upgrades before I do much more with this. I think that's where I'm at with all this Flight Sim stuff. That's gonna do it for this one. I also had plans. I might still do it. We'll see. Assassin's Creed playthroughs on the channel. Still, I want to get those done, and I might end up using Flight Sim to show off the locations, like modern day versions of the locations from Assassin's Creed. So maybe I'll fly around. I mean, I've done Sparta and Athens and all that stuff a few times on live stream. You can go and check those out there. But yeah, maybe like Egypt. I don't remember if I think, no, I did Egypt launch night, or well, not launch night, but when the game finally, or when the sim was finally able to launch, I did Egypt already. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back and do some more with that stuff. But yeah, I'm just looking for quality of life upgrades at this point. So, anyways, it was good, but it's not great. I'll say that there's lots of room for improvement for Flight Sim. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, I'll see you next time.